భారత్ 2047లో అకౌంటింగ్ పాత్ర అనే అంశంపై సెమినార్ భద్రకా కాలేజ్ కాచిగూడలో నిర్వహించారు. ఈ సమావేశం కామర్స్ విభాగానికి చెందిన సహాయ ప్రొఫెసర్ శ్రీమతి సంధ్య గౌరవ అతిథులు స్వాగతంతో ప్రారంభమైంది. అనంతరం గౌరవ అతిథులు సంప్రదాయ దీప ప్రజ్వలన నిర్వహించారు. కార్యక్రమం విజయవంతంగా సాగాలని ఆకాంక్షిస్తూ బీకామ్ ఆనర్స్ విద్యార్థి ప్రార్థనా గీతం ఆలపించారు. స్వాగత ప్రసంగాన్ని బీసీసీఏ ప్రిన్సిపల్ డాక్టర్ బి మోహన్ కుమార్ గారు అందించారు.
Faculty members and my dear students, I don't call you students because you are going to decide the destiny of not only India but globe. Why? Because we are talking about Vikasit Bharat. So who is going to play? Who is going to be part of Vikasit Bharat? You are going to be part of the Vikasit Bharat. That's why I call you as a future of not only India but globe. Why I am mentioning this? Yes, India, youngest country of the world. You know, India is the youth nation, youngest country. 65% of the population is 35 years age. 50% of the population is 25 years age. Where you all comes under that. That's why India has a greater responsibility when we are talking about,
Sir, Chairman of Telangana Higher Education Council, is a renowned professor of international law. Sir served as an in-charge Vice Chancellor of JNTU Hyderabad and Nalsa University of Law and a former Dean of School of Law at Mahindra University. He also served as Registrar at Nalsa University of Law. Sir led various centers on aerospace and defense laws, tribal and land rights and SAT laws. Sir holds an LLM in international law from Osmania University along with an MPhil and PhD in international air and space law from Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. Sir also has a teaching and research experience for more than 2.5 decades. His expertise was acknowledged by conferring the Meritorious State Teachers Award in 2017 by Government of Telangana. He also confirmed with NALSA's Excellence in Research Award for the academic year 2021. Acclaimed for his expertise in international law, he has presented papers at various prestigious forums including United Nations. His publications include articles in national and international journals and several authoritative books on air and space law. He taught numerous courses in international law and also guided more than 20 PhD scholars. Dr. Reddy played an important role in hosting the 78th session of Nobel Peace Prize-winning Institute of International Law at NASA in 2017. He was associated with the Indian Space Research Organization ISRO in drafting model for space legislation and had contributed to the WTO discussions regarding globalization of legal education and its impact on third world countries. Further, Sir was also engaged in drafting laws for Government of India, Government of Telangana and Government of Andhra Pradesh. As the Director of Center for Aerospace and Defense Laws, he developed masters and postgraduate diploma programs dealing with aviation law, space law, defense law and maritime law. As the Director of Center for Tribal and Land Rights, he supervised the drafting of several landmark laws in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Professor Reddy has served as a visiting faculty at various reputed institutions across the world, including University in USA, Canada, Netherlands, Germany, France, Sri Lanka, and various Indian universities.
I think enough.
No, he wants 2 minutes. We want to know more.
As the chairman of TGCHE, over the past 1 year, he headed several impactful initiatives that includes strengthening academia-industry collaboration through MOUs, enhancing research and innovation with the launch of Telangana Journal of Higher Education, the TGCHE newsletter, and expanded the internationalization of higher education across Telangana. As a chairperson, he also initiated the revision of undergraduate curriculum for the academic year 25-26. He also initiated fee-fixation framework for private and unaided professional institutions, and several other notable innovations under his leadership includes the Youth Empowerment and Leadership Initiatives, the first ever TG EAP CET awareness program. It's an honor to have you with us today, sir. I kindly request you to address the gallery. Thank you.
Part of that, we have a greater responsibility. What is that responsibility? Today, friends, there is no hesitation in saying that Globe is eyeing on India, viewing on India, looking towards India, because being a youngest country, we have a responsibility to supply human resource to the global society. Definitely, yes, we are aiming for, aspiring for, looking towards this, 24/7 as a developed country. But part of that today, to achieve that, developed country status, 24/7, today we are in transition period. Translation for transformation India to become a developed country. What kind of transition is happening? You all know that. From a developing country to developed country, a third world economy to third largest economy, a importer economy to exporter economy. I can go on telling you. That is the kind of transformation which is happening. Part of this, 24/7, Vikasit Bharat. Definitely, we, of course, here, education plays important role. You know that. Being a youngest country, youth nation, definitely next to 22 years work, Naresh was mentioning, definitely these 2 decades plus are going to be the challenging years for all of us, and more particularly those who are forefront of the education, because colleges like Padruka, universities, we have a greater responsibility. I call a responsibility because I'm coming back to the, you are all connected with the finance and auditing and other things. In your language, you know that corporate social response, CSR, yes? It was earlier CSR was a philanthropy, voluntary, charity. But today, if you look at, CSR is no more philanthropy. It is mandated by Companies Act 2013, Section 135, says that this company earns this much of money, we have to, they have to contribute. Similarly, as a scholar, researcher, as a student, I have last 10, 12 years, I'm doing a lot of research on CSR versus ASR. What is ASR? Academic social responsibility, institutional social responsibility. It is the institutions we have to give back to the society. When I say institutions, including university, because we have a time, talent, and freedom. Time, yes, we as a teachers, we teach. Of course, we have enough time. Definitely, I'm talking about all institutions, including universities. Talent, where we can find this kind of talent? Nowhere. That is what the talent. We have to use this talent for societal benefits and time, talent, and freedom. The institutions, no other institution, I can tell you, friends, we, as educational institutions have freedom. We can write, we can, contribute, we can do research. That's why I think this, freedom we should use for, societal benefits. That's why I call academic social responsibility. Though philanthropy, CSR, now it is mandated. If we, as a institutions, as a universities, we don't perform our duties properly, tomorrow law will come and say that, Badrika or Usman University, you have to do this kind of job. So I don't want, we should give scope to the lawmakers mandated by country. That's why my appeal to all particular institutions. Definitely I was looking at the 75 years of, Badrika journey, produced thousands and maybe I can use lakhs of people, particularly focusing on commerce related education. Definitely I, appreciate the contribution in institutions which are there. Not you are imparting education to one individual, sir. You are, contributing to the lakhs of families. That's why I think all educational institutions, as a chairman, Telangana Council of Higher Education, representing 18 lakh students, 1 lakh faculty members, around 20 plus universities. Always I say that is where the contribution of educational institutions to the growth, and more particularly, just now I mentioned that the decades to come, years to come are going to be the challenging years. We have a